Okay, on this video, I'm going to show you how to solve some basic one-step equations. So the first one might be m minus 4 equals 2. So we're just going to get that letter alone. We're going to get the m alone. The opposite of subtracting 4 is adding 4. So we're going to add 4 to both sides. That makes 0. I'm left with m on the left. 2 plus 4 is 6. So my answer is m equals 6. You might have a division. So let's say you have negative 28 equals negative 7m. So we need to use division to get this letter alone. I want to get the m by itself. So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 7. So this cancels and I'm left with just a 1m. Negative 28 divided by negative 7 is positive 4. So you're left with m equals 4. You might have something that doesn't give you an integer. So let's say you have 10a equals 6. So 10 times a is, or 10a is multiplication. It means times. So I need to undo that by dividing by 10. So that will give me a. And then 6 divided by 10 reduces to 3/5. I can divide both of those numbers by 2, and it gives me 3/5. I want you to reduce these fractions instead of getting a decimal. This decimal would actually give you 0.6 and it's exact. But if you would end up with 6 ninths, let's say, that would reduce to 2/3, and that is not the same as 0.67 or 0.667 or 0.7. You know, when you divide this, you get 0.6 repeating and you'd have to round. None of those are exact. This is exact. So I want you to get in the habit of giving me a lowest terms fraction. We could have a problem that has division in it. So if we have x divided by 4 equals 3, the way that you undo division is with multiplication. So I need to multiply both sides of this by 4. Now when you multiply this by 4, it's really like 4 over 1, and so those 4's cancel. You're multiplying by 4 and dividing by 4, so it cancels. So you're just left with x. And then 3 times 4 is 12. So x equals 12. You could have multiplication with a fraction. So let's say you have 9 equals 6/5 times x. The way that you get rid of a fraction is to multiply by its reciprocal. So the reciprocal of 6 over 5 is 5 over 6. So we're going to multiply both sides by 5 over 6. So this 5 cancels, this 6 cancels, and you're left with an x on this side. A lot of you are going to want to put a 1 underneath this number, okay? When you multiply fractions, you multiply the top and you multiply the bottom. We could reduce this first, but I'm going to go ahead and multiply it out and then reduce when I'm done. So 9 times 5 is 45, so that goes on top. 6 times 1 is 6. Now you need to look at reducing this. You think, what number goes into 45 that also goes into 6? Well, 3 does. 3 goes into 45 15 times, and 3 goes into 6 twice. So your answer is 15 over 2. If you wanted to reduce first, you could have taken this 9 divided by 3 and changed it to a 3, and 6 divided by 3 and changed it to a 2, and then you have 5 times 3 is 15, and 2 times 1 is 2. So we will work on that some more when we have more problems like that.